We have a special guest, a beautiful lady that I'm going to introduce right now. And her name is Empress Janet. How you doing today?
Wonderful, darling. Wonderful.
We got a lot to talk about.
That we do.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about these people going behind the scenes, whacking off to get subscribers and views. And it goes deeper than that. And Empress Janet's going to explain everything. I'm going to explain everything. And then we're going to teach you people what's going on YouTube. To all the new people that's coming in, because y'all don't know. But it's going to be a real exciting show. Please subscribe and hit that like button for the latest videos, updates, and much, much more.
So get nervous, get scared, make a video. We'll know you're guilty.
It's coming. We're the boogeyman. We're coming to get you. You better hide behind your bed. You better hide under the bed. You better hide in the closet, in the bathtub, whatever. Because we're coming for you. We got you. We know who you are.
Try to turn the story. Try to call me a liar. I didn't lie about anything.
Well, that's what they do, Empress Janet. When you tell the truth, they want to make it seem like you're a liar. This is their whole psychology about things. See, liars love liars. Truth tellers like truth tellers. And that's what we are. It's a big difference.
I can't sit with liars and thieves. I can't sit with pedophiles or rapists or even racist people.
Exactly.
I wouldn't eat with them. Nor are they allowed in our community.
And this is why we're the villains. Why we're the most hated on YouTube right now. Shadow
being hated.
And Empress Janet are the most fucking hated on YouTube as we speak. Because we tell the truth. We're exposing this shit. And we're going to get to the gatekeepers and handlers right now.
Appreciate you having me.
No problem. So let's dig into this real quick, Empress Janet. You've been seeing a lot going on behind the scenes with these stream yards, and we're not going to name any names because we're going to keep it confidential. That's what we're going to do.
Sure.
So can you please explain what you've been seeing or hearing around YouTube about this kind of stuff?
Definitely. I've been through a lot on the YouTube with gatekeepers and handlers. Mm-hmm. I didn't know I was a handler starting out. I was a chat handler. So I was faithful to their chat. And I became a paid handler, which would be somebody who paid the gatekeeper for content.
Yeah.
I will start out and say that I didn't know that there were good and bad gatekeepers. But I will tell you that a gatekeeper is someone or something that controls access to something.
Exactly.
There are people on here that have access to fame in a way that allows them to be somebody on here. Yeah. They create illusions that you need to be there with them. You need to be indulging in their content, and you need to be supporting their actions. So they're responsible. Agree. Yeah, because they're responsible for basically controlling the panel, their chat room, and their show. And basically, they'll use you. They'll use you to become a handler. They'll use you to go and troll people, blackmail people,
It's
create
fucking
false
sick and
narratives.
disgusting.
They'll take the false narrative and run with it to create other negative narratives about a certain person or a certain group of people. This is definitely the group of people that are weak-minded or have mental disabilities where their minds may be broken somewhere.
Exactly. And that's the main people they go after is people with mental disabilities.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or even brokenness. A lot of us were broken through the pan. And so we were looking for love in just a humble place. And then coming here, dealing with people who basically make you feel like you're loved because of the situation that you might be occurring, where you're having fun in the chat room. You might go up on their panel and they'll pretend to like you.
Right.
Little do you know that they're using you for content.
That's all what they're doing.
They'll take what you say, turn it around, turn it into something else in a matter of seconds. But I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So you have a handler, and the handlers have trolls.
Yeah.
So both of them will go out and attack. They'll flag. They'll create false narratives. They'll make up things as they go. But they also have a certain goal too, because the gatekeeper will take the handler's money or offer them things.
Yeah.
And so if the handler goes out here and doxes someone, starts lies, goes on a panel to start an argument with you, that helps the content creator, which is the gatekeeper.
Exactly.
To build a genre of people that will start to do what that handler for the gatekeeper wants them to do. So they'll shadow ban your channel.
So it's three different levels. You have the gatekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's paying, or she's paying the handler. The handler is a / troll that's paying other trolls to go out there and start bullshit, arguments, confusing, all that shit.
Yes.
Okay.
And some gatekeepers will use the same handler. So if you start to look in the chat room rather than the panel, you will start to see that gatekeepers will use the same handler to do the bidding.
Yeah.
So they'll use, example, they have one handler, he bots everybody. Botting is a program that they use to make it look like thousands of people are in their chat room and thousands of people are typing in the chat room.
Empress Janet, and we know who those people are. We're just not going to say any names. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it confidential. But we know who you are. And me and Empress Janet are going to expose you motherfuckers.
And you won't catch me this time.
You done out here.
Definitely. Because they won't catch me this time slipping. Exactly. I won't be so quick to show you an emotion that you didn't even deserve. Half the people that I told this information to are involved. That's why they turned it back on me. And some handlers are running with the story and showing you that, you know, gatekeepers are really only the ones that have the super sticker.
And I just want to tell you real quick, Empress Janet, sorry about cutting you off.
No worries.
I fucking respect you to the fullest. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
You went up there on so-and-so's panel. We're not going to say any names, right? And you spoke the truth. I commend you for that.
Thank you.
You are a soldier against this type of shit. We at war right now, these people.
Yes.
You know, so we got to stick together and we got to call these motherfuckers out one by one. See, right now, they're hanging each other behind the scenes. I'm loving this shit, but you can go right ahead.
Oh, no, I can elaborate on what you're saying. They're hanging themselves, or now they're using the information that was given to them to act like they're the ones that had the information the whole time.
Exactly.
So shout out to everyone who's taking my information, doing what they want with it. Hope you're doing the truthful thing, because I know truthfully what I said. And I know that I stand behind what I said, and I will have everything I said proven in a matter of time. See, time is good, because the universe, he creates time. So he makes everything happen on time. So all the gatekeepers that are using handlers to do their bidding, you're in trouble. But there are good gatekeepers. No, there really are great gatekeepers out here.
Yes, they are.
We'll get into them as the series goes on. But I will tell you that the good gatekeepers, they help others by coming live, supporting others, speaking the truth, welcoming everyone. So you're not getting booted out of the chat room because of what you said. You're not getting jumped on by other handlers because of what you say. The gatekeeper controls the panel, controls the chat room and their show. Exactly. So that means that no little wrenchers can just do whatever they want with the wrench, because people with wrenches, they block you. They stop you from telling the truth because they have no morals or values. And allegedly, you're the bad guy. So definitely good gatekeepers will watch out for that. They'll notice when people aren't coming. They'll reach out to you. So good gatekeepers are very personal with their handlers. So they got the paid sponsor handler, and then they got the handler that will go out there and promote their show positively. Exactly. Some people have merch. So, buying someone's merch from their show supports them, and good gatekeepers promote that type of behavior. They don't promote trolling. They don't promote lies. And they don't promote anyone in their community to go spreading lies.
I totally agree. And they don't promote doxing.
Exactly.
So this is what the gatekeepers do. They pay these fucking trolls / handlers to go out there and do their, evil work. Yeah, that's what they do.
That's the
to get them subscribers and views. But they promise the handlers and the trolls that work for the handlers subscribers and views, but they're getting used at the end of the day. They never see that shit.
And they're promising them monetized status that. Everyone wants to know how to get the super chat. Everyone wants to know how to get monetized. It's not easy once you get monetized. You still have to put in work. You still have to put in content. It's a job now. And good gatekeepers have good channels, have good numbers, their chat rooms moving, and their comment sections are always showing their supporters. You can't.
And this is what they didn't want.
Right.
They didn't want to see Emperor Shadow and Empress Janet together talking about this kind of stuff, because we exposing these motherfuckers one by one, and they're scared. They're ready to retreat. They're ready to throw their hands up, right, and just wave the white flag, because it's over with. Your time on YouTube is done. You're done out here. We're exposing this shit. Me and Empress Janet is not going to sit around any longer and let y'all get away with this. We got to expose this shit. You know what I mean? This is what we doing.
Especially when they say they don't want to be my friend and that they can't never forgive me when I didn't do anything but tell the truth.
The people that don't want to forgive you, Empress Janet, they're doing that shit behind the scenes. They're guilty as charged.
Allegedly, right? I believe you.
Allegedly, right? So they're guilty. Anytime that you get offended by what somebody say, you doing it. That's the way I look at it.
Me too. Because it wouldn't affect me if I wasn't doing it.
Exactly.
They're not building good communities. They're not having each other respect each other or support each other in both worlds. You can't talk. All of our community members speak to each other in the real world and in the YouTube world. And we have the same amount of respect for each other. They tend to degrade you and try to make you the value that they think you are by telling and creating those false narratives. I hit people's cash apps to have my truth be told. They took my money and turned and lied on me. So they never told anybody that they took my cash app, though.
Yeah, because they're pieces of shit. That's all what they are. They want to use people for money, use people for content, and then throw them away.
Well, that's a perfect example of a handler.
Exactly.
A handler is a person who gets trained or trains others and is trained by another person. So I think I'm a handler, but I'm going to be a gatekeeper. And they tried to stop me because their numbers, they went behind the scenes to earn that. I go across the waters to earn my subscribers. Well, allegedly, they're not doing anything behind the scenes. But why do me and you have a picture of 4 Caucasians beating their penises behind the scene? How come me and you have that same picture, sir?
I have the screenshot. You have the screenshot.
I know.
It's not Photoshop.
Not at all.
Beating each other off behind the scenes. And we
saw it.
For subscribers.
What if I would have shown that to the weirdo that I went on his panel? Do you think he would have been able to take that receipt?
No.
Because when I was behind the scenes with the 2 weirdos, they definitely wanted to see receipts, but my receipts are naked men. And they said, ew, I don't want to see that. So how are you saying that I'm a liar when I have receipts that you don't want to see because it's of naked men? Why are naked men going behind the scenes? And then all of a sudden, you got 1,000 subscribers. You got a merch. You got a super sticker button. Allegedly, you earned this.
About 4 or 5 of them are going behind the scenes. And the gatekeeper is promising the handler and the trolls subscribers and views.
Oh, and that's content.
What's going on. And content.
Yeah.
So they're jacking off, looking at some weirdo shit behind the scenes, and we know all about you. You know what I mean? The truth is coming out right now. This is what they didn't want. This is why they didn't want Empress, Janet, and Shadow to get together. They didn't want that shit. They was trying to get rid of me. They was trying to get rid of you because they knew the truth was coming. And as you see, the cards are falling.
Right. Because when we did good content about the racists and pedos, no one wanted to join.
Nobody.
As soon as they came in, did what they needed to do to sniff out and to break up, then they went right back to doing what they're doing. Are they over here with us? Are any of those people are still friends now?
They're using the pedophile.
That answer's no, by the way.
And the racist as content. They're not trying to fight the fight
with you.
It's a fucking lie. That's all what it is, Empress Janet. It's a goddamn lie.
Yep.
They're not against racist.
Nope.
And they're not against pedophilia.
And you know that pedo isn't just for kids anymore, darling. It's pedo against watching disability people take off their clothes and you're laughing because you controlled that. Exactly. I control panels, Emperor. I control panels, whistleblower. I control panels, Shadow.
And that's sexy.
They're afraid of the energy. They're afraid of the fact that in the real world, you would never be able to sit at my table. So did I do charity work? Did I help out a fellow patriot? But guess what? You can't stop me now. You tried to take away something and somebody that was telling the truth too.
Exactly.
He's not a liar. He knows what you did. That's why you guys tried to break us up, because you know what we know. You know that we know. So we're going to do a whole series about what we know. Ain't that right?
Whole series. I can't wait. It's going to be off the charts.
Because we've got a lot of receipts. But the way that they're going to be shown is the way we want to show them.
Exactly.
Because, you know, a bad handler, they do whatever their master tells them to. So why do you think you see other people in other people's chat rooms? Oh, like this one. They'll clone your account. They'll clone your picture. And then that person goes into your enemy's chat room and says, please let me come back. I love you, please. Do you know how many times I sat there and watched them do that to my account? That's a handler doing that for another gatekeeper.
Most definitely. I totally agree.
How double-sided is this one? A gatekeeper and a handler went out here and doxed me. I put it all over my channel. But a gatekeeper was trolling with their own handler. And now their handler is seeping around into sectors just to make sure that they get the information, that the story gets back to them. Have you noticed a lot of handlers that don't belong in this section? And they're just popping up. How do you give a racist person's community people, that they're community people, a wrench in your community? Are you racist?
That's what I don't understand.
Do you agree with those racist people then?
So if you harbor racism on your panel, and you know that these people hate black people, they call black people niggers, right? But you give them wrenches. You let them come on a panel and speak their piece and chop it up. Then that makes you a racist. And we know who that is.
Guilt by association, I would say, eh?
Exactly. It's
that's like me sitting with somebody that's talking smack on you and I'm just not saying nothing. You're still in trouble, you dirty rat.
Exactly.
If you're for something, you stand for it. If you don't have enough balls, then maybe you need to get off the internet.
Let me make an example real quick, Empress Janet. Sure. If I'm going to the grocery store, right, and I see a old woman getting the shit beat out of her and robbed, and he's trying to rape her, right? If I sit there and look at that and allow that, then I wanted that to be done. You get what I'm saying? Now, definitely. If I run and jump on this guy and beat the living shit out of him and save that old grandmother or that old lady, then God is going to bless me for that. I did the right thing. I didn't want that to be done. It was wrong.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So these racist white people that claim to love black people and they're not racist, that allow racism on their panels and in their chats are racist.
Well,
you see how that works?
Definitely. Because I wouldn't sit on a panel and 2 or 3 Caucasians are sitting there beating up a black person and I don't say nothing. I would definitely be involved in that then. That means that I agree with them. And that's what a handler will do. A handler will a bad one will just sit by and let it all play out. They'll make their lies relevant. They'll play victim. They'll lie for their master. They'll sit up there and send pictures or Photoshops, or they'll clip something and say you said it, even though they have nothing to do with it. It's like, why would you mind somebody else's business if you didn't want them to mind yours? What if I made up a whole clip about you and some dirty rat ball crap that you're doing? They wouldn't like that. But when they're doing it for their masters, oh, this person cares about me. I've known them on the internet for 3 years. You never met this person. You just talked to them faithfully on the phone for 3 years. That makes y'all friends? Really?
Exactly.
That's makes you a big boy. Her, you hear? Can you hear? I can't hear you, you weak motherfucker. You too goddamn weak. Your lies is weak. Your whole setup's weak. Kissing a fucking gatekeeper's ass. I would never kiss nobody's ass about coming up.
And the fucking crazy thing about it, Empress Janet, they're kissing ass and sucking dicks and eating pussies and not getting subscribers or views. You're doing it for fucking free, you dumbass.
For free.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Bringing on your cuckoo in the background for free. But then guess what? They're stringing on their kookie and showing their peepees and then paying for the penis to travel the world.
Exactly.
How do you pay for penis, girls? I pay for businessmen. There's a difference. I'm paying good content. I don't pay to see nobody's penis, do I,
Empress Janet is a producer and director of this movie on YouTube.
Period.
And she's paying for content.
Period.
That's all.
Period.
She's not trying to be your girlfriend. She's not trying to be your wife. She's not trying to be your personal stripper or porn star. She's the fucking boss. She's the director and producer of this movie. And you will respect her.
And every famous person has a nude out there. Shout out to Tupac getting nude in a damn tub. Exactly. I didn't get nude, honey. But I did sure give you everything that you could ever see because you'll never touch it in real life. Okay? So if you have the picture, you better keep it, honey. Because when I go and I go, and you want me to sign that picture for you, I'm going to sign it. And then I'm going to be like, go. Get it? Go.
The boss never mess with the help.
Never. Never will. I pay to play. So let's see what your pay to play really means. Because again, I think I'm a handler, but I'm going to go be a gatekeeper. And when I'm done being this great gatekeeper, they're going to be big mad at me. Everybody in my community is a boss. Everybody in my community gets love and respect. Everybody in my community definitely is a truth teller / villain.
And you know why they mad? Guess what? Because
villain is ours.
Our own sector. Yeah, villain's ours.
Villain's ours.
Fuck those motherfuckers on the other side that's saying the villains is theirs. They created that. No, you did not.
You tried
to villains
take it
is
off.
Ours.
And Shadow said, put it back on. So I'm putting it back on. And you're going to stop me?
Villain for life.
You thought you could stop me because you didn't know that he was there. And that's what's so funny. They attack me every time we're together because they're too afraid to attack you. And when they attack, all they come with is some dumb BS that makes no sense. Because honestly, we didn't do nothing to nobody.
No, we didn't. We try to help people.
I didn't do nothing to you. So you have something to say about what I'm saying, then come say it. I'm a handler.
They want to spit in our face.
Paid handler.
And they want to talk shit about us. They want to dox us. They want to do everything possible to make our life a fucking living hell. But guess what?
Still better than you. Always will be better than you. It doesn't have a deadline.
Is a motherfucker. Karma is a motherfucker. And karma also don't have a deadline. So and everything that you did. Exactly. So everything they did is coming back to them one by one.
It's coming.
I can't wait.
And we got proof that you smacked your kid at the park that day.
Exactly. We have that clip. You know what we're talking about.
Woo!
Your little kid was saying something, exposed something that you didn't like.
Spelled something.
And you smacked her in the face. We heard that shit. Off. Exactly.
You had the little uppity upper up there spitting on women. Who wants somebody that spits on women? Who wants that person around? Oh my God.
That's a nasty motherfucker.
I'd spit on you. I'd tie you up, spit on you every 5 minutes.
So he got assault charges for that, I heard.
Good. Go stand with the assaulters. Is that your category? Because that's where everyone's going. Gatekeeper, handler. Are you a good gatekeeper or a bad? Are you a nasty handler or are you a good handler? Do you hit cash apps or are you just sitting on someone's stream to clout chase and panel whore?
Exactly.
Jezebels, you want to talk about me? Get your life. You could never judge the Empress, darling. The universe is my king. And Shadow is the emperor.
Damn right.
So you know what? They'll pay the trolls to get stuff for you. They'll send people. They send you boyfriends, don't they? Pretend.
Yes, they do.
They'll send friends, pretend friends.
It's all a game.
All of them are working together just to get personal information.
Fucking game.
YouTube is a side job, okay? You can't make a total career out of it unless you put 99.99% of your time in it. Get your life, because we all have real lives in the real world.
Let's talk about the fake couples on YouTube for a minute.
Ooh, shut the front
Let's talk
door.
about that. You know, men going
handler?
around saying that this woman is their girlfriend, and the women going around saying that this man is their boyfriend. Ooh, fucking weird. They've never seen each other in person. They've never had sex. They never spent time. What the
allegedly. Gatekeepers sleeping with handlers? How does that work out? Is that like crazy. A king messing with a peasant? You know, I watch that all the time. I watch peasants messing around with peasants, thinking they're kings, and then having handlers give gatekeepers credit for being kings. I don't see too many kings. I thought of a king one time, but he wasn't a king. He was a peasant.
Exactly.
It's sad. He
was a frog. That's what he was.
He was a frog.
You was kissing that motherfucker. He looked like a king. And then when you open your eyes and shit, he was a fucking frog.
Woo!
See, this is the reason why they didn't want Empress Shadow and Empress Janet to get back together. They didn't want that shit.
Well,
they was trying to divide us. But guess what? That made us stronger. And now we're on a mission to get rid of all you fake motherfuckers. The jig is up. We know what you're doing behind the scenes. We know what you're doing behind these stream yards. You whacking off, playing with your rotten pussies and shit for subscribers and views.
Pictures.
Watching weird shit. Child porn.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying?
Watching animals help humans. Ew.
Who the fuck does shit like that?
Porn bomb pictures of that gross stuff. Ew. Sick, sadistic people who need to go away, who will get their head chopped off when I'm done with you. Don't put your StreamYard link down because it could get dangerous.
Arguing with the cops and he cut his hand in the window. Remember that guy?
Oh, yes.
He was acting all crazy and act like he was drunk and high off drugs and shit.
Or something.
Yeah, he was arguing with the cops, wanting to fight the cops, and then he
wouldn't give his wife's keys and her purse to the police. That's all they wanted.
Was crazy. He was trying to do suicide by cop.
And he admitted on the stream that he was doing it for views. Yeah. And that someone told him to do this and that he would blood, sweat, and tears for them.
The person that told him to do it was his gatekeeper. We know who he is. We're not going to name any names.
Not at all. But allegedly, they use code words, and their code words mean something. Yeah. Because then they wear bras. Then they wear wigs. You dirty rat. What about the one that gets drunk on his stream? And they hit his Cash App for him to get drunker and drunker and drunker and drunker. And then they have him doing nasty boy stuff on the stream. Why would boys want boys to do nasty stuff? Is that really funny? In the Discord.
And his girlfriend beat the shit out of him when he was drunk. We know who he is.
So if a gentleman tells you he showed his dick pic in the Discord, everybody go look at it. How many men are running to go look at it? And if you went to go look at it, then don't keep calling me a liar.
Exactly.
Because we witnessed it, didn't we, Shadow, darling?
We got facts. We got receipts.
Too bad you're not
talking about this stuff if we didn't have receipts. Let's get that straight.
Let's talk about that because I'm a good handler, meaning I'm faithful to my master. I'm faithful to donating and I'm faithful to what I say because my word is bond. So if I say I didn't do something, then my gatekeeper should have helped me. Because it's so funny how I was giving my gatekeeper thousands of dollars to keep his show up and running, but he chose another handler that is trying to mess with your so-called internet girlfriend. Why would you want to keep your handler that's paying?
He's a dumbass.
So funny to me. Like, I'm such a bad person, but I pay, sir. So how was my handling bad? I promoted their show. I supported their lives by being there.
Right.
I used my wrench respectively, and I hit their Cash App.
You're perfect. Like, I don't know what the beef they got with you. You know, you're paying for good content. You're supporting people. You're trying to bring everybody together in your community, because we got our own community now. We got our own fucking sector. You get what I'm saying? And people don't want to rock out with you. I don't understand that.
Oh, well, again, I don't really want them sitting next to me after further determination of character.
Because they some fake
don't
motherfuckers.
Like certain people.
I don't blame
I like good handlers who love the show, that support each other, that talk nice in the chat room, that request good content, that pay their gatekeepers to make merch, to have good communities. I like that. So I will always tell you that even when I become a gatekeeper, sir, I started from the chat room, so I respect the chat. And I moved up to be a handler. I respect good handlers. And when I move up to be a gatekeeper, I'm going to be the best gatekeeper ever. Because I'm going to reward all of my community members. Matter of fact, don't I do that now?
Yes, you do. You do it all the time.
I
you're going to be a
incentives.
good gatekeeper, and I'm going to be a good gatekeeper. We're going to do the right thing. We're not going to do no foul shit behind the scenes of the StreamYards.
No. And allegedly, we were the bad guys because we fell into their trigger traps. So can we say that as handlers, we learned the difference between a crazy troll handler, sir, and just a regular person that's a handler? Because you're actually a really good gatekeeper. I loved you being my co-host. I was honored to be your co-host. And I'm glad to have you back. It's a blessing. Because when two people are going at it, how can they stop us? They hear two voices rather than one, right? But when I was alone, they beat me up, didn't they? When I was alone, they beat me up. And I do forgive you for everything, don't I?
Yes, you do. And I forgive you.
Thank you. Because I wasn't innocent, was I?
No.
I didn't play the victim to you, did I?
No.
That's what the gatekeepers do. So they create a story like, I got diabetes. I'm going to die in 7 days. Everybody donate. Do you think that's fair mentally to prey on someone's vulnerability to something that they would normally assist with?
No, it's not. And they want to take charge of people's channels. That people that have disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
They want to take control of their StreamYard.
Oh, and I got confirmation that they do. So whenever fuck said, I believe you, Empress Janet, someone's trying to mess with my channel, I told him that whenever he told me something, I totally figured out how. He told me that day that they get through on the StreamYard, but I got confirmation that they hit the link through your StreamYard. Once that connects through your StreamYard, because you can still have that app open or be logged in, that's how they get into your StreamYard and control your show and mess you and boot you and all those weird things that were happening to us, sir. They weren't by coincidence. That really is true. So that felt good for that confirmation to come yesterday. But I did get confirmation. Exactly. So no more putting the StreamYard link out in the chat room.
No. We can't do that no more. We got a lot of hackers out there.
And you're not getting in. People. You keep your little nasty, dirty little selves over there with your little fake cartoons and your little fake widgets moving all around on the screen. Nobody can focus on your show.
Exactly. So let's talk about the women real quick of YouTube. The ones that want to talk all this hot shit, but you never cam up. Empress Janet always cam up.
With my horse mouth and my big eyes and my big forehead and my big money that I supposedly don't have.
Always cam up. You get what I'm saying? But you got these women on the other side that want to talk all that hot shit. They want to come at you, but they can't cam up. And we know who they are.
They're hideous.
Exactly. They weigh 300 pounds, look like an old woman. I mean, just fucking unattractive, nasty looking, gross. Ugh.
Well, I mean, in my community, everybody cams up in the Discord. So we get to see everybody in the Discord. And I feel like, you know, what I told you about VIP, there's different levels to everything, darling. So everyone knows their lane, knows their position. They're always welcome to come talk to me. But, you know, I've changed the rules due to some mishaps on people's behavior. If you're not responsible for your behavior, you can't be taken seriously. So if you can't even turn your camera on, how can someone take you serious? Serious. You're just a voice behind something. I'm never afraid of a voice, nor when you show me yourself. Am I ever comparing myself to you? I don't have to. I already know that I know what I'm talking about. I never needed you 1 second before this moment or 1 second after the moment. So there's nothing you can say that'll affect me. I think they really love me. I think they really, you know, wanted to be my friend. But, you know, since they're over there in that dirtball, nasty playing chess world, because you ever notice that content creators, like when they hook up, they didn't hook up to do content. What is the point to hook up if me and you aren't going to go live?
Like, well, you had two guys playing chess, right? Okay. So you got the black chess and you got the white chess. And you already know who that is. So what they did was they got butt naked. They beat off to each other. And all of a sudden, you're getting 40, 50 in the box now. And you know who you are. I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep throwing it out there.
So we're going to need receipts to show that you're not doing this, that you're not giving out your daughter's pictures at her at the park or any other place, because bathtubs seem to be a place. I'm going to need proof that you're not involved behind the scenes.
We want to see receipts. If you can't show us any different, right? Then it's true.
I wasn't lying.
Shout out to the s'mores lady. You know what I'm talking to.
We're coming for you.
I ain't done with you.
We're coming for you. Don't you worry. Woo! It feels so amazing. So I will end my part of this to say, gatekeepers, out with the old, in with the new. Handlers, why are you selling your soul? If you can't jump on a panel, then stay respectful in the chat room. Know your place. And everybody else, I hope you have a great day. I hope that you're doing what you want to do. Or are you being controlled by a gatekeeper?
That's the question.
Until next time. It'll be another episode.
We're going to be right back with episode 2. Get ready. Go hide under your bed. Be afraid, because Emperor Shadow and Empress Janet is coming for you. Receipts. And there's nothing that you can do about it. We want to see receipts. If you can't show us anything, then we're right. We're telling the truth.
You have to email us for receipts. Stay
exactly.
tuned.
Email us behind the scenes. You know who you are. We holding you hostage.
I'm gonna eat your face off.
They fucked up big time.
Oh, they fucked up big time.